Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
And welcome to the third episode of Broken Simulation. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, dude. Guys, welcome. Johnny asked me to start the show with the shades on because he says I look really cool.
Yeah, you look real cool, buddy.
Thank you, dude. As you know, I am Sam Tripoli. I am joined by my partner in crime, Johnny Woodard, a.k.a. Johnny Nice. Johnny Nice, dude. That's not a bad nickname, Johnny. I give out horrible nicknames to people. You have a cool one, Johnny Nice.
Now that you put it that way, I accept the nickname.
Okay, well, real quick before we get into it, make sure you check all of our social media. All right, check out Johnny. Johnny, what's your social media?
At Johnny Woodard, JohnnyWoodard on Twitter, Johnny A. Woodard on Instagram.
I'm at Sam Tripoli, of course. Guys, we got a new Twitter account for this show.
I saw that.
It's called Broken Sim Show. Go follow us on there, and I'm going to do the Instagram right now, set that all up, have an Instagram for Broken Sim Show right now, and you can add that. And then if you're watching this on YouTube or Broken Simulation, if you're watching this on brokensimulation.com, just click the YouTube icon. It'll take you to the channel, which is Sam Tripoli Comedy. Follow and subscribe. Help the show.
You'll see in the bottom right corner, there's a button that says subscribe. Just click on it.
Subscribe. Help us out. Let's get real big. Boom, boom, bang.
And if you're listening on iTunes or whatever the fuck, review the show. That helps
It's
people
on
find
iTunes, dude.
Yeah, it helps people find it too if you review it.
Review it.
If you have bad things to say, don't review
Hey,
it.
dude, I get pounded. I could do the greatest show ever, and
Some guy said that my laugh was the equivalent of Nickelback. So.
Johnny, get ready, dude. You're about to go big. There's gonna be Johnny Woodard groupies. Don't tell your girl that. And they're just gonna be begging with the thirsty eyes because Broken Simulation's going big. Anyways, let's get into it, Johnny. Where do we start? Johnny, I don't know if we talked about this before or what episode we talked on, but you sent me a picture of your who you're dating, and I thought you were doing way out of your league. So that's why I call you Johnny Nice.
I've always tried to date out of my league. Yeah, that's my reputation. So
that is your reputation?
It wasn't. Yeah, in like high school and college, I would.
They're like, oh, Johnny, you're a 4 and you're banging a 7.
I was just always really patient, and I'm good in like
patience
text.
is a new like a really politically correct way of stalking, saying stalking.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Maybe it is. Yeah.
Well, Johnny, here's the whole thing about women is that that really, really hot chicks never get hit on. Only by psychopaths.
I remember hearing like Charlize Theron say that guys never talk to her.
You remember that super hot chick in Australia who got shot by the guy with no legs?
Yeah,
See?
Oscar Pistorius or whatever. Yeah.
That chick was so hot, only a dude with no legs took a shot. Because he's like, fuck, I got nothing to lose.
And he literally took a shot.
I got nothing to lose. I already lost my legs. What do I got to lose? Johnny, I got to be honest with you. There's one thing I do want to talk about is that I'm a little upset that I can't find a hairstylist to come and cut my hair. Because I always used to think that hairstylists were kind of like the outlaws of chicks. Like if you had to power rank them, they're one of the more out there. Like I think just beyond them is, okay, we're going to get rid of strippers, get rid of porn stars.
I have one already to put on the list.
Porn stars aren't that crazy. I know it sounds nuts, but they're like business. Like if I used to do a show where you'd hang out with these porn stars and you'd be like, hey, give me a blowjob. Be like, go get tested first. You're like, I gotta go get an AIDS test just to get a fucking Hummer? Like we're in Vegas. We're coked out of our skulls getting AIDS. You're like, okay, you're no fun. Regular chicks are like, yeah, do it real quick. You paid me for blow, right? No, am I wrong on that one? So let's take out those chicks.
Okay.
Let's just go on the regular chicks. Regular, we'll call them civilians.
Yeah.
Strippers, porn stars, they're professionals. Even though it's very interesting that strippers don't want to be called porn stars and porn stars don't want to be called hookers. It's this weird thing.
It's like a spectrum. Yeah.
Right? It's kind of weird on that. Because, it's like there's actually fights in the adult. There's actually a very famous fight between a porn star named Lisa Ann and a porn star named NIKKI BENZ. And I know them both. NIKKI BENZ used to be on the Naughty Show all the time.
What was the fight about?
Lisa insinuated that NIKKI BENZ was escorting because she was taking pictures of herself in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, which is where women are
Which
famously
is in Saudi
paid,
Arabia.
paid-
Yes, that's in the Middle East.
No, which are famously where women are paid to go and have sex with these rich.
Okay, I know NIKKI
guys.
BENZ. I'm not going to comment on that. That is Johnny talking about that. If you know,
No, I'm not saying, but I mean, you wouldn't deny that
listen,
those.
I'm not going to talk about NIKKI BENZ. Let's take her out of it. Let's talk about the fact that Instagram models is a front, as we've seen in a couple videos, for like some hoochie coochie stuff. Now, I personally, and this is where I learn with conspiracy theorists, people, I'm not against prostitution legally. Meaning,
Same, yeah.
like, I don't think you should go to jail for it. And the reason I think that is because poor people are more arrested for it than rich people,
Yeah, it's the same with drugs. Yeah.
right? Drugs, prostitution, those are poor people crimes. So the fight. So she.
Well, they're not poor people. They're poor people who get busted for them crimes.
Yeah, I mean, like rich girls do sugar dating. I talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
But rich girls do sugar dating, and it's so openly accepted. There's billboards for it on Sunset.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Right? Imagine if you were driving. Like, I'm sure those are just models, right? Those are just models. And someone got a call. You booked it. You're the face of sugar dating, which is, you know.
Yeah,
you
especially if your agent just sent your name in and didn't really talk to you about it. And they're like, hey, you got a.
Hey, it's a gig, dude.
Sugar
We
date.
get you booked a couple things. Next thing you know, boom, you'll be doing as the world turns. So, but by the way, you know, that's how it goes. And I wanted somebody to find out, has anybody that did a herpes commercial ever go on to do anything significant?
That's an excellent question. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that would be a great trivia question.
Yeah, it's good.
Like,
yeah.
what was Sarah Bernhardt's first role? Answer is herpes commercial. You know, it's like nobody ever goes.
Valtrex.
But I guess they pay like insane money to do that.
They must. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know actually. I don't know. There. You know, think about how actors
No, they do
are
because
they do?
nobody
Oh,
wants to do a herpes
Okay.
commercial.
Yeah, I guess they should.
So they're like, dude, we'll pay you twice. Just
Let's
come.
wait. So you were gonna give me the hierarchy of crazy.
Hold on, dude. I'm finishing the story.
Okay. Because last week I've been editing the episode from last week over the past weekend, and we had some loose threads that we didn't tie up.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure. We get to
Anyway, so Nikki BENZ is in Saudi Arabia. Lisa Ann insinuates prostitution, and a war breaks out. So there's this. So you have the AVNs, is the well-known adult film award show. Doug Stanhope's got the best joke. Have you ever heard the joke?
No,
I
no.
feel like I tell it every time. Doug Stanhope's joke is the funniest joke about that. He goes, the AVN Awards is the only award show where someone can win Newcomer of the Year and Lifetime Achievement Award in this award show. So I actually so the Naughty Show used to do like naughty shows in the main room at the Comedy Store during the XBiz Awards. NIKKI BENZ is giving an award away at the XBiz. She's on stage talking mad shit on the mic about Lisa Ann, who's in the audience.
Uh-oh.
So Lisa Ann comes to the show, and I'm not going to say Lisa Ann's done the Naughty Show before. Not going to say she did a lot of coke in the bathroom, but let's just say her turbo was charged when she came out.
Okay.
They somehow both end up in the bathroom. Not saying they're going to coke breaks, but they're there and they fucking start swinging on each other.
Oh shit.
Which means pull your hair. Do you know in Krav Maga they teach you how to get out of hair pulls?
What's the technique for that?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. That's a very advanced stage. You know, they don't
That's
teach
like-
you get out hair
Do you-
pull
what is it?
day one.
What is in Krav Maga? What do you get? Like bracelets or something? What's the?
I think you do get bracelets.
Are you serious?
I do. I think you get some. Yeah.
Like a red bracelet?
But you know they tell you it's not a martial arts, right?
What is it?
It is a fighting system.
Fighting system.
You know, Pat Miletich used to be like, he's from the Pat Miletich fighting system. They don't call it martial arts. Anyways, so we take out porn stars, we take out strippers, the professionals, we'll call them. We go to civilians. On the hierarchy, I think the craziest is roller derby, right?
For sure.
Craziest, they're down. You know, they probably all go both ways, right? They're hitting and they're sticking, right?
Yeah.
Then I think right before that would be hairstylist.
Yeah. Where do you put makeup artist is kind of right there with
I think they're with hairstylists.
Yeah.
And then nope, you know, I think there's one in between roller derby and hairstylist.
Go ahead.
Sports bar waitress.
No, because that can just be girl working, in college, just trying to make some tips,
Yeah, but they're I mean, like, dude, we're gonna say you're at least attractive. Like, take me out of this, okay? I'm not walking in to Buffalo Wild Wings and just leaving, getting weird in the storage closet, okay? I'm just saying, when you're in your 20s and you walk in and, dude, you can hit something that you just met. So it goes roller derby, I think, or maybe that's just for Phoenix, by the way, a sports bar, waitress, then hairstylist. But they're all on the crazy side.
Okay. Well, are you saying, are we talking like Hooters here or just
any spot? No, actually, like BJ's. It's called any even the smaller.
I don't know.
Remember the one with the kilts that tried to be?
No, I've never.
There's actually one that competes with Hooters, and it's got kilts.
No, I've never heard of that. No, we didn't get that in the South. Maybe I don't know that one.
Yeah, you guys get what? Just like
we get
Cracker
Hooters.
Barrel.
Hooters, yeah.
Cracker Barrel chicks don't put out at all.
No,
they don't put out at all.
No, and if they did, you wouldn't want any of it.
But the point is, I can't get anyone to cut my hair. So my friend's funny. My friend the other day, I'm like, dude, I can't get anybody to cut my hair. He's like, dude, have you ever been on Offered Up? I'm like, have you been on Offered Up?
It's a thing where you can offer a certain amount of money for somebody to do a task, right?
Oh, that what you do? Like, I don't know. I think
so.
But he's like, dude, you can get haircuts, you can buy stuff, you can find meth on there if you want. I go, what?
I thought it was like TaskRabbit or something where TaskRabbit, you can say, hey, I want to get a haircut. I'll give you $30, and then people will kind of bid on the job or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called TaskRabbit. That's what I remember when we had.
TaskRabbit is another app?
TaskRabbit. Yeah, remember when we had some asshole come in here and take 5 hours to build the fucking furniture from IKEA? It was from TaskRabbit. Yeah, and they.
I'm going to get TaskRabbit.
Yeah, check it out. I don't know
if
they do
haircutting. Then there's Neighborhood too, right? That's a good one, Neighborhood.
I've never heard that one. I thought Neighborhood was the one where you find out where sex predators are around your neighborhood. Is that not?
Why does it got to be sex predators? Why can't it be murderers too?
Well, maybe it is. I don't. You know what I'm talking about though? That app where you can see all the criminals.
I'm looking at it right now. It's called Citizen.
Citizen. There you go. Yeah.
I love that shit. We should just do an episode where we just go down Citizen. That should be a thing on here. Let's go on Citizen and find out what's going on in the neighborhood.
You might see a little too many familiar faces knowing your
that's so funny.
Social circles, my friend.
Hey, dude. So, yeah, if you're a hairstylist in Los Angeles, you want to make a quick buck, hit me up.
What are we talking about here? 60?
I'll go, at this point, 60.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to go Mohawk. Just keep this.
I love that you're talking about paying somebody all that money to do your haircut and risk your health. But you're going to get the haircut that most people have ever done on their own at home. Like, who have you seen that's got a mohawk that hasn't done it? I
want a slick mohawk. I don't want to fucking, hey, I'm in prison doing 5 years because I got meth offer up, okay? I think I'm gonna go mohawk, and I gotta trim down this.
What, your lizard tail?
Yeah, my lizard tail. It looks like a beat. I want to thin it down so it's just more of a strip. And look at this, everybody! Broken Simulation has its first sponsor, and we are so excited to welcome them to the Broken Simulation family. It is our good friends at Skillshare. Johnny, are you excited about Skillshare?
I'm stoked.
Well, Johnny, as you know, I am all into learning. I love to diversify my tool belt of my skill set in life. And listen, man, I want to go somewhere where it's pressure-free, a lot of fun, and that is what Skillshare is all about. Just go to Skillshare.com/broken, okay? And basically, It's Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing. Dude, they got amazing stuff, dude. Just go to the front page and you're cooking with gas, man. Okay, you know who this is for? Creative and curious people, lifelong learners, real workers with creativity, beginners, pros, dabblers, and masters. Your life could be 180 degrees different from where you are today, okay? In just one simple year, 365 days. And it starts with just going out and just learning, drinking from the fountain of knowledge. And that's what Skillshare is all about. We got stuff on everything, dude. Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and your skill level. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes and hand-on projects and feedbacks from a community of millions. Most classes are 60 minutes or shorter, dude. You know, I got kids. You know, Johnny, you have kids somewhere out there, right? You don't have time to sit in long classes. Dude, that's what Skillshare is all about. So go to Skillshare, that's skillshare.com/broken and just start learning a new skill to help you do you. Take your time, do it on your pace, and I'm excited to see how your world expands. So you want to hear a cool story?
No, I don't like cool stories. Let's go on.
So, Johnny, you can attest to this. In the city of Los Angeles, there is a paper towel run. Like if this
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You remember in Waterworld where like sand was like money? Paper towels rule.
It's like Dune. Here. It's like the spice.
Did you ever think you'd be like, where the fuck is paper towels? People out there sucking dick for paper towels, bro.
It's insane, yeah. And it was toilet paper.
Someone's on TaskRabbit going, I'll blow everybody for some bounty, dog.
It's bad, yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, my girlfriend's mom was sending me out to get paper towels the other day, and I finally found some bounty, and it was the nice ones too, man. The ones that tear into squares.
Oh
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
stoked.
yeah.
When I brought it home, I felt like
I
felt like I was bringing home the Ark of the Covenant or something. I was like, yes, I did it. They were.
You
happy.
felt like a man for your ladies.
Yeah, right.
You
Bringing
think
home
your
the
girlfriend
bacon.
was like, "See, he's not that bad." To her mom.
I think her mom likes me more than she does, actually.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool, dude. That's cool. So, anyways, I've been going to stores trying to get paper towels. Like I'm loaded up on toilet paper and chunky soup. I'm good. I could go for at least 2 months on just eating chunky soup and wiping my ass. Okay, I'm good.
You're gonna need it, by the way, if you're eating a lot of chunky soup.
Hey, dude, man, it's just win in advance, brother. That's all this is about. Just win in advance.
Survive in advance. That's what it is. Right?
Is it survive in advance?
That's if you're talking about the NCAA tournament.
Okay, I've been saying it wrong.
Well,
survive in advance.
Yeah, survive in advance.
Survive in advance. That's all I'm doing. Eating chunky soup. Wiping my butt with my plentiful toilet paper. But dude,
the cool thing is the chunky soup is kind of already partially digested.
Yeah, it's like it looks like when it comes out, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's great. You can redo it.
That's so gross.
Dude, during the zombie apocalypse, boom, you could eat that.
You don't even need a spoon, really. You drink it.
You don't really
don't need to heat it up. Just
chunky
pop
soup,
that top.
literally shit you can eat with a fork.
You drink, just gulp it down. Oh, chunky soup. What flavors do you get? What's your chunky soup?
I go steak vegetable.
That's a good one.
To get a little healthy, because you can't just go all vegetable.
Oh, is that what you like? I got vegetables in there. So
it's a little healthy.
Yeah.
I'm living the high life. So, anyways, I've been going around. I've been running from Ralph to Ralph to Ralph to Ralph's. Now, so if you don't know what Ralph's are, Ralph's is our supermarket.
It's like Kroger.
Yeah, everybody's got theirs. Upstate New York's, it's Tops.
No, I mean it's literally Kroger. They're owned by the same company. I think my card that I use at Kroger works at Ralph's too. It's the same thing.
So Johnny, I'm just running around, So I go to this. Now I live in a large section of Jews. It's me and Jews.
Me too. Yeah, me
and
too.
I love it because everybody's calm, everybody's cool, everything's clean. Everything's clean. Right? I love it.
They also don't give a shit about this lockdown. I saw a massive birthday party of Orthodox Jews like on their yard yesterday. They didn't give a fuck. It was like 30
They don't
of
give
them.
a shit. They have their own police. You ever see that? They got their own police. And the siren is just a fucking menorah. No, anyway. So, but the problem with that, by living by all Jewish families, is that they go to the store a lot. Meaning there's a lot of residential people living around this particular store that's near me. So it's impossible to get any paper towels. So the key is, if you live in LA, is to find an immigrant store, meaning third world, right? Ethiopian, Mexican, whatever. They don't give a shit about COVID.
And they mark the shit up, but they have everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they have everything. You're paying a little more, but it's in pesos. So who gives a fuck, right? So that, or you got to find a Ralph's, a supermarket that is around businesses, not necessarily a lot of residents.
Got it. Yeah.
So I found one. I'm not going to say it is because all you motherfuckers would go there and light it up, but I found it. It's literally the only store. I go there. There's not a line. There's never a line to go in this place. So I go there the first day and I can't get any paper towels, but I walk right in. So I go to the dude who's just running around.
We should say, if it's not like this in your town, they've been making people line up outside of these places.
Yeah, they call them bread line. Everyone's freaking out their bread lines, right?
Yeah. You have
Lines out the door. Everybody's got to be
6
6
feet
feet.
apart.
It's so fucking stupid.
They have these little
I'm
pieces
sorry,
of tape
it's
on the ground.
stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's dumb. And by the way, I got to show you something. My nose is so big, I can't fit the mask over my entire face. I have to only do my mouth, my nose and mouth, and I have to leave my chin out. So I go, hey, dude, when's the best pay to get paper towels? And he tells me the time. I'm not going to tell anybody because y'all are going to go and jack my swag. But it's 9 p.m., okay? 9 p.m. He goes, come at 9 p.m., dude. That's when it's all good.
Is that really what the time is?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Because I do care for everybody. I'm going to tell you. It's 9 p.m. So I'm like, okay.
Why did he say 9 p.m.?
Because I think that's when they restock it.
Okay.
So last night, obviously, I don't want to leave at 9 p.m. because it's the Jordan thing. We'll get into that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, okay, I'll record it, but I got to go. We're down to one fucking roll. And, dude,
It's a big deal.
what am I going to start using toilet paper on the floor, cleaning up baby shit and all that stuff?
I didn't even think about it with
No,
the
it's not
babies,
baby shit. It's dog shit, though. Once in a while, because Jack B's an old dog. Jack B's an old dog, so sometimes...
That's the dog's name?
Yeah, Jack B in the place to be.
That's a good name.
She gets mad because I say that about XG. She won't let me say XG in the Jack B in the place to be.
What kind of dog is it?
A little Chihuahua.
Oh, okay.
It's great. I love it. He's just a little toy dog, and he's great. Sometimes he shits on the floor, and you know what? There's gonna be a time where I'm just gonna shit myself.
I was about to say, yeah.
Hope people don't judge me. Yeah. By the way, I have 2 daughters, and they're gonna be cleaning my butts, and they just shit and stare at me, and there'll be a time where I'm just gonna shit and stare at them right in the eye. Go, you used to do this to me all the time. So Jordan said I record both of them. I jump in my car. I'm getting there early. I'm gonna get there about 8:45.
Just in case, yeah.
Just in case, so I can load up on this shit. Hand to God, dude. I pull in, I drive, I walk up. There's a dude who looks like Tyrone Hill. Do you remember Tyrone Hill played in the NBA? I called him Black Skeletor. Do you remember that guy?
No, I'll put a picture up.
He looks exactly like, I'm assuming, a smaller version of Tyrone Hill, because Tyrone Hill was a huge NBA forward.
Yeah, okay.
So the guy looks like Tyrone Hill. He's got a mask on. This is the true story, dude. He has gold chain on, right? Mm-hmm. With a skeleton medallion, and the medallion has a mask on. The dude put a mask on his skeleton.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
That is so hilarious. I'm like, your mask, your skeleton doesn't want to get... Dude, imagine if they're like, yeah, this guy's mask got COVID too. That's a true story.
That's so funny.
How hilarious is that?
Did you take a picture of that?
Imagine if like the Pirates of the Caribbean logo had a fucking mask over it.
Did you take a picture of that?
I did, dude. It looked like Tyrone Hill. I didn't want to fuck with him. He was a man on the mission. So I go in, right? I go in. I'm like, what aisle's of paper towels? They're like, over there. I walk in, dude. All there. Hand to God. People are taking pictures. People are crying about past days. Time's gone away. When will it go back to the old time? I fucking grab, dude, and it's the big packs. It's the big pack. It's like 10 in a pack or like 8 or 10.
Yeah. And the thing, you're only allowed to take one in most of these places, so
I
you
grab
want the
it,
biggest
dude.
one. Yeah.
I'm so excited I grab it. I don't even think I should grab toilet paper. I'm just so happy.
Because you can wipe your ass with paper towels if
I have to.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, hard times, hard decisions, right? So I grab this thing, I throw it in my cart. I walk out, I check out, and as I'm going, it's like, oh, dude, I got to get more paper towels. But I'm like, you only get one. Hand to God, I go out to my car, I change my outfit. I take off my glasses, off my hat. I take off my one.
Mask.
So I put on another. I have no hat. I take my glasses off. I put on another hoodie. I had my Raiders hoodie on. I put on my silver alien hoodie. Okay. I take off my black mask. I put on my camouflage mask. And I go back in. And I talk in a different accent to anybody.
Wait, let me hear the voice that you talk
I go,
to.
hey, I talk like Jersey guy. You know, like, hey, where's the paper towels around here?
You fucking Cooper. Why
I
did
see
you have
one
to
guy.
talk
I
to
do
me
it with one guy. I'm like, yo, man, where's the paper towels?
Well, you knew where the paper.
I know, but I was, dude, it's called setting stage,
Acting. I
bro.
got you. Okay.
I'm setting the story.
You do self checkout or you go through the line?
First time self checkout. Second time, regular checkout.
Smart.
I don't like doing self checkout.
Really? Why? I don't understand.
Because
I don't
I
understand
feel like
that.
I'm taking American jobs from American people.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
Dude, I went to the skies to get more paper towels.
That's so funny. Do you think this is, you know how, I don't know if older people in your family, like grandparents or great grandparents, they had that kind of famine mentality where you eat everything on your plate?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that this is going to be our generation's version of like the Depression, where now we just keep massive stocks of paper towels and toilet paper on hand all the time, hand sanitizer, masks?
People are drying old paper towels to reuse them again.
Right, exactly. Like my grandma, right? She, for her entire life, would keep a freezer full of preserves, like vegetables, leftovers from shit that was like half-eaten chickens and stuff from decades ago would just be in the bottom of this freezer. And it was because when she grew up, it was important to keep that shit around. And I wonder if it's going to be like that for us now.
We're going to tell stories of a whole families have to use one paper towel.
Yeah, yeah, like
it's going to be our version of I walked uphill both ways to high school.
Sharing condoms and stuff, it's like just turning them inside out.
That's what Eddie Bravo's joke is. But yeah, I mean, dude, you don't realize how much you need paper towels till you don't have paper towels. I may go back again today.
What's the time limit on getting one? Do you think it's one per day? Did they say?
Yeah, I mean, well.
What do you think that is?
It's probably one a day.
One a day, okay.
Or you could come back around, buy another one, maybe. But isn't that what the big video in in Australia was? All these Chinese people were just getting back in line and buying it.
Yeah, and nobody could tell them apart, so they couldn't enforce it.
That's Johnny. Yes, yes. Did you see the TikTok thing about the girl who did the racist joke and like everybody? They wrote the N-word on a piece of paper. And just every time, like, it was just bad jokes about single parents. And it was just not funny or good or well done.
Is this anything we can show on this channel?
Listen, man, if you're a kid and you think doing a TikTok video, it's so lazy.
Yeah. Pretty black. Yeah.
It's so lazy. It's not even funny.
Don't have a dad.
Don't have a dad.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And then we have...
Is it drink? Is it
like... Oh, I see. Okay, they're saying they're making N-words, like black people. They're making, and the ingredients are these things.
Oh.
And these cups of water are...
How dumb are you?
I mean, it's just not even funny. It's not even funny.
How dumb? It's like not even funny.
That's not...
And now she's crying. First of all, she pushed back in that she wasn't sorry. And then they expelled her, and now she's crying, and she's talking about how she doesn't have a future. I think there's a way out for her.
Go
And
ahead.
I tweeted it the other day.
Dick Fog? Is it Dick Fog?
No, dog fart. She should do an interracial blowbang scene with her parents having to watch, yelling shame the whole time. And, dude, if she went and blew like 20 black guys, right? Would anyone call her a racist anymore? Right? I think that's a great way. That guy's screwed. Chicks, you have a way out.
No, he's not.
What's he going to do?
He could do the same thing, dude.
I guess you're right, dude. I guess you're right. Dude, how much you want a career? What are you more, homophobic or anti-job? Which one's more
I
important
love
to
it.
you?
You said how much does he like he was gonna have a career in entertainment, making videos about how you make N-words.
Well, you don't know what his job is, but now he's supposedly done.
Let's see what.
Chicken? French chicken?
But my whole point is,
What
listen,
the fuck were they? I mean,
Make good choices.
listen, dude.
hold on.
Listen, here's my opinion
just
on
let's just
racism
finish
in
this.
2020.
Next
Like,
we have
this to me
Rob
is
Peter.
even worse than racism 50 years ago because they should know better, right? Like decades ago, like it was such an institutionalized racism. Like over time, we've learned so much about loving each other, institutional racism within the law enforcement. Like you want to watch institutional racism? Have you watched any of the Innocence Project
Oh yeah.
on Netflix?
Well, I know. I mean, I know about the Innocence Project.
Yeah,
They-
but-
they get wrongly convicted people out of
Oh, dude, it is
Jail.
crazy when they break down
the justice system. Yeah.
what these DAs and these cops do to these guys
Yeah, it's
just to win the case.
Yeah, and then there are never consequences for the guys who put them in jail.
One of the DAs became judge.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like there's this movie with Michael B. Jordan. Did you see that? Where it's about Jamie Foxx is in it, and he plays this guy on death row, and Michael B. Jordan is a young black litigator who comes and gets him out. He's like an attorney. And the sheriff who basically framed the guy never got fired or anything and ended up getting busted later on for getting money from there's this law, I think it's like Mississippi or Louisiana, where if you can save money on prisoner lunches, like the food that they give them, lunches and breakfast and stuff, in the cafeteria basically, then you can do whatever you want with that money. He was just taking the money home.
What a piece of
Yeah, hold on.
As you look that up, this is a great time to give a shout out to our sponsor today is the Midnight Gospel on Netflix. Duncan Trussell's awesome animation. I watched the episode today. I didn't want to shoot through it all because I want to enjoy it. It is so well done. His first episode is with Dr. Drew. I loved it. The animation's hilarious. I don't want to give it away, but it's great. It's trippy. And basically what they do is they take parts of the Duncan Trussell Family Hour and use it as the dialogue for the episode. So Duncan Trussell, check it out. I can't recommend it enough, and it's just so fun to see how far he's come because dude. And think about this: how many podcasts are still around that started 8 years ago?
Not many.
Your Mom's House.
Yeah.
I think Bert Kreischer, but I think he started later.
Punch Drunk Sports.
Punch Drunk Sports.
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell.
Adam Carolla, maybe. Is that
Adam Carolla.
Yeah.
Rogan. There's not a lot because most people came way after that.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
we're reluctant
Marin,
to.
maybe? Is this that old?
Yeah, Marin.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot.
Not in comedy, especially.
Yeah. So Duncan was one of the first original.
His podcast is great, too.
It's
If you
great.
ever-
And dude, he's been doing that for a while. I don't know how he made a lot of his money outside of that, but I mean, that guy's been doing one episode a week for 8 years.
At least, yeah.
How great is that life? That's hacking the matrix, bro.
For sure. Yeah. And he put so much creativity in every episode too. He does these songs for the average. Like no advertisers get more of their money's worth than Duncan's because he does like these. He comes in and does these crazy songs on his synthesizer. It's really nuts.
I must
His
start
podcast
singing
is great.
songs about advertisers too. So as you guys know, I had a nihilist living with me. He moved out, and the nihilist went a little crazy on me. He was upset because I wouldn't get him a whiteboard so we could write down the schedule of what we were doing in the house.
What do you mean, like chores and shit?
No, like where we're gonna be and what we're gonna be. And I'm like, dude, it's real. Like all I ask, dog, is you be here till noon, and you can live here for free and eat food that I bought.
So this nihilist was not paying rent or anything?
Listen, you want to know what it's like to live like the nihilist? Just imagine Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon is crashing on your couch. That's literally what it felt like. And I would just see the manic in his eyes start to come. And it's like, so, I mean, like, he was living with his sister out. And then, dude, he was living in the forest. And the park ranger said he couldn't live there. Dude, Mother Nature kicked you out, too.
He was living in a park?
Yeah.
Like,
No, he's living in like a nature park, not like living like a hobo, maybe, but down
and like he was in like a tent or something.
I don't know how he's living that, but they kicked him out of there, and then they let him come live with me, and he's yelling at me that I don't have enough structure in my life. I'm like, dude, I love him. I think he's great. You can't fix crazy. You just can't. Crazy is what crazy is. It just is.
Did you come up with that one too?
Yeah, write these down because I want to trademark them.
Yeah, these are
Should we put those on T-shirts?
bumper stickers for sure. Yeah. Am I allowed to say that we caught a little bit of this argument on a Zoom chat the other day?
Oh, yeah.
We
That
heard
was
the
the
whole
funny thing.
whiteboard
You
thing.
heard it.
Yeah, I heard
But
most
what'd
of
you
it.
hear?
I heard I need structure in my life. I can't take this. I just need structure. And then I heard you saying, dude, your family kicked you out. Now you're here with me.
You don't need, I go, you don't need anything. You need to calm down. That's all I said. Calm down.
And the funny thing was it was when the guest, what was her name? JK was on.
Yeah, JK.
And she was just kind of hearing this whole thing, and it's her first time on a podcast. And me and XG are like looking at her, watching, kind of registering this whole thing. And I'm trying to scramble to figure out how to mute your mic, but I also don't want to mute it because I want to hear it. It was a real internal struggle for me to decide what the right thing to do was.
I wish you would have recorded that.
Oh, I wish I had it too, actually.
The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that I was watching Last Dance last night.
It's the Jordan doc, yeah.
Well, it's the Bulls.
The Bulls. Yeah, it is more about the Bulls than I thought it would be. Yeah, it is a
Well,
team.
it's very interesting. So did you hear how that came to be?
I did. Yeah, it's fascinating. That's as interesting as the
Oh,
documentary.
it's super
almost. Yeah,
interesting,
it's really
and it lets
interesting.
you know into the mind of Jordan.
Well, I think let's go all the way back to the beginning. So, 97-98 season, everybody think it might be Jordan's last season as an NBA player because it's just the Bulls, the way the organization is kind of winding down to this point that they're ready to move on. For some, we can get into that.
The dumbest
but-
thing I've ever heard.
So NBA Films with Adam Silver actually was a big part of it. NBA Entertainment, I think they call it at the time, came to Jordan and were like, listen, we know you don't like to give access behind the scenes, but here's what we'll do. We'll film this and you'll get control. You can do whatever you want with the footage. I think the line that Silver or somebody told him was, if you don't want us to publish it, you'll have the best home movie for your kids to watch ever, basically. And so Jordan was like, all right, I have control. And so basically they filmed this season behind the scenes. And then,
by the way, he has no problems with telling you to go fuck yourself. Do you remember the moment in the thing where the guy's like, do you mind signing this?
In France,
and
yeah.
Jordan just gave a look to the other guy. The other guy's, get out of here. And he's like, I just want this. Get out of here. And he's like, okay, dude, cutthroat, dog.
yeah, he does not give a fuck, bro. Jordan never has.
What's very interesting is Jordan's transformation from like high school kid to when he announces that he's going pro and the smirk that gets on his face.
Yeah.
It's like the Joker, right? I felt like that was a moment where like, oh, this is a different Jordan.
Well, did you think? I thought it was fascinating the way Roy Williams talked about him a little bit. Roy Williams was like, he told me, he got this look like, nobody's going to work harder than me.
Yeah, no one's going to outwork me.
Well, and he the amazing thing about Jordan, he had that mentality, but he also had his physiology was apparently very unique. Like I went to UNC and I got the flu one time, and the doctor that treated the flu that I had had treated Jordan when he had flu also, and he said that Jordan's resting heart rate was the lowest when he was sick, was the lowest resting heart rate he'd ever seen on any human ever, and it was something like 28 beats per minute, which is just, I mean, that's a heartbeat every 2 seconds, basically. Boom, 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 like that. And so yeah, apparently his
There's
body
so
is just
much
a freak.
interesting
Yeah.
shit in that. It's so, and it's like these.
Well, so we'll go now you can get into that story. Okay, so they came to him when LeBron had just won that last title in Cleveland,
did
right?
they come to him or did he go to
2016.
them?
No, they came to him in 2016 and said, we're interested in this. They had come to him plenty of times before and said we wanted to do it. But it just happened that LeBron now had won.
And then
in
the
Cleveland.
talks of him being the greatest of all time started percolating.
Right, exactly.
And it's like, dude, and it's, of course, you got Joe Prano shitting on Jordan because he wouldn't help Scottie Pippen. And it's just like, dude, how can you watch this and go, LeBron James is the same as Michael Jordan? I can't even enjoy LeBron James because everybody's trying to shove down my throat that he's the greatest ever. It's not even close. Now, at the end, statistically, LeBron James may be the greatest player ever. Statistically. What does that mean? Most points or highest up on points, rebounds, and assists. Sounds pretty great. But we judge people on playoffs. It's just the truth. I hate to say it. It's just the truth. It's why Dan Marino's not in the real discussion as greatest quarterback ever. It's why Dan Fouts, I don't think Dan Fouts ever made the playoff series. He was just always on the worst team ever. But he's never discussed as one of the greats. LeBron is.
I think it's the beard is the reason Dan. Fouts
It could be the beard. But LeBron is maybe one of the most complete players ever. But he's not the greatest player ever. And it's because he mentally checks out. I know of 2 times that he mentally checked out. The first one was Cleveland when he found out Delonte West was banging his mom and he wanted out of Cleveland. And by the way, Cleveland always does that. They fuck each other's girls. It's like, dude, there's 15 chicks in the whole state you can't bang. Right, Andrew? Who else got into that? Andrew Bynum banged one of the coaches.
Yeah.
Did I already say that? I feel like, he probably said I'm punch drunk.
Yeah,
and then, but LeBron was there. Then he got lit. He didn't do well against the Mavericks. There was a game where he scored 14 points.
Yeah, that was one of the other things they talk about with Jordan. Like, there was never a night where you came to see him and he just was like, 10-5 or something, you know.
No, Jordan was Jordan 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Jordan was Jordan 100% of the time.
Even when he's hurt, apparently.
Dude,
Yeah.
when he willed them into the playoffs,
Yeah.
when he broke his foot and he's so pissed.
That they wanted to limit his minutes, yeah.
And
Well, and you get these people now are coming out and saying, see, he had minutes restrictions. The guy was hurt, and he was playing back at Chapel Hill playing full court basketball when he wasn't supposed to be. Who would do that today, risk their career to go back and play full court at their
I
college?
totally agree with that.
By the way, one of the most fascinating things to me was in that first episode where you had Isaiah Thomas and a couple other guys talking about how Jordan can never be the leader of a team because he's not a big man. How much has the NBA changed? Like, they had all those guys like, he's a great player, but he's never going to lead his team to a title.
Dude. But I love that doc. I think it's an interesting doc. We'll get more into it.
10 parts, dude. 8 more parts.
Dude,
Can't
you
wait.
sound like you're complaining.
No, I'm stoked. I can't. I'm so happy. I mean, it's something sports to
These
look at.
kids have to be going nuts so they can't, just bang it out.
Oh, yeah, and that was the line that this guy gave to Jordan that apparently turned the conversation was, there's an entire generation of kids watching basketball right now that have never seen you play. It's time. That's what he told Jordan. That kind of
Well, you know something funny? Someone said, oh my God, these kindergartners don't know who Jordan is. Yeah, why do they have to know? I mean, my kids watching, they can't even see that far, but
From
I'm
his
like,
shoes,
that's
maybe.
the greatest basketball player of all time.
From his shoes, they would know him, but that's it, right? I mean, that he owns the Hornets, maybe, but...
Well, I mean, I hope they do an episode on Jordan's Hitler mustache. On did he lose a bet? Was that a bet? Could he do a major commercial with a Hitler mustache? When he showed up to the Hanes commercial, were they like, Is he really gonna do that?
Well, and you could see like somebody try to say something, and it would be like he was with that guy that won an autograph. You
Yeah.
would just have some other guy to
hey,
be like, "Hey."
hey, Jordan, the client's a little nervous about the Hitler mustache,
Jordan just points to some other guy that comes in, and it's like,
and just punches the dude.
yeah, that's how Jordan handles problems.
Jordan's an incredibly good-looking guy too, right?
Yeah.
Like it just was everything.
Yeah, yeah.
If Jordan was an ugly guy, he would never have gotten to where it wouldn't be the
That,
same
like, can you
phenomenon.
what was that Skeletor guy? What if he looked like that?
Yeah, if he looked like Tyrone Hill.
Poor Tyrone Hill's getting lit up in this episode.
I love Tyrone Hill, dude. I wish I was a pro athlete. I wish I could be.
Would you, if you could trade your careers with Tyrone Hill, but you had to look like Tyrone Hill, would you do it?
What do you mean trade careers? My career that I have
Your
versus-
life. Yeah, you get to live his life like you're still Sam Tripoli in your brain, but you get to have his physical gifts and you get to have an NBA career, but you look
But I
like,
can still be Sam Tripoli in my brain?
yeah, right. But you look like him.
Yeah, I'd trade.
Really? Okay.
I do that, and then I become a stand-up and light every motherfucker up, too.
Okay.
Ugly ass, too. I would call myself Black Skeletor before anyone else could. And I just go in the con clubs, light motherfuckers up. Fucking 7 foot.
Okay. All right. You want to get some stories?
Yeah, let's get
We got some good stuff here. How many cops does it take to catch a pig? Police officers in Stamford, Connecticut were tasked with chasing down a rogue hog last week. It took them 45 minutes to capture this rogue pig. Here's a little footage from that.
Can we play the Benny Hill song over this? That's
what I'll do. I'll do that. Look at it.
Well, the truth is, it's because they don't want to hurt the pig. That's why.
Well, look how they catch him, though, eventually. They put a
Dude, how
trash
many
can
black
over.
people like, look how nice they are to a pig?
Yeah, really. Isn't that crazy? Look at this.
Nobody wants to hurt the pig. Nobody wants to hurt the pig. That's what it is. And if I was a pig, I'd run too. Like, I know where this ends.
Where's the pig on pig crime joke here? Is there?
Oh, dude, it's totally. That was too easy, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say it.
Yeah.
There's a total pig on pig joke.
Wait, here we go. I love how they blurred out the face of this person right here.
And
It's just
like,
too humiliating.
Whose pig is that?
I think it's a wild pig, they said.
So
Hold on.
why are they going nuts on it?
Well, they call it a runaway pig. I don't know. I'm just going to read the lead to this one. A British woman in a long-term relationship with a 92-year-old German chandelier has been told that her sexual attraction to historic light fittings is not considered to be a protected orientation.
I mean, at this point, why not? I mean, this really is a broken simulation, right? I mean, these chicks, women, like if a guy married a chandelier, everyone would be ripping him a new asshole. When chicks marry weird shit, everyone's like, oh, it's like, hey. Everyone just thinks they're freaky and they're like, they wonder what they do in the sack, right? Like women can't get creepy enough, right? Right? When a hot teacher hooks up with students, they're like, it's old South Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, sweet, 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 right? Guys can only be creepy. Women can't be creepy, right?
The press regulator Ipso made the ruling after Amanda Liberty, that's her name, a woman from Leeds in her mid-30s, complained about an article in The Sun mocking her public declaration
What she look like?
mocking her public declaration of love for Lumiere, her name for an intricate lamp she bought on eBay. That's how she bought the lamp on eBay.
So she's humped it, right?
For sure.
Oh, she's...
Yeah. I wonder if it's up or if she just keeps it on the ground, so she can more easily mount it.
Women are so much more complex than men, right? Right? Like men are so simple. Women are just bizarro. Like we just want to hit it. That's all. It's real simple. Women's minds bring them into crazy, weird places. Like that's why they marry guys who are in prison. Like it's like I want to be in a relationship. I just don't want the commitment. I just want to make sure he's not cheating on me with other chicks, so I know he's locked up in a pen. I don't have to worry about it.
But women also won't. They are so out on a guy that's had sex with another guy, but dudes totally fine with women who've had sex with other women.
Because we see us in the middle of that, like stacking them or them working like double corn on the cob, where they sit in there and they both work each side of it.
That's not good, dude.
Right? Are you gonna cut that out?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna cut.
No, I'm not. Liberty identifies as an objectum sexual, an individual who is attracted to objects.
No, it's like at the end of the day, she's not hurting anybody, right? She's just.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even
Fair.
know what the chandelier looks like. Does it have like candles in it? And she's just. I remember the first time I watched a porno and a chick worked a candle.
I can show you
I
a
was like,
picture.
you can do that?
I'll show you a picture, but first I just want to read this sentence. She pointed out that she was in a relationship with the chandelier, but had not yet married it. So that was part of her defense.
Why not, dude? The simulation is so fucking broken. Why not? Is she hot?
This is the chandelier that's in the image. I'm in the story.
I
I'm
mean,
not
dude,
sure.
that chandelier is rocking the cradle, huh? I mean, you're
Amanda
92. I mean, dude, a 92-year-old chandelier, the best should be able to do is get a 65-year-old. Is that her? Yeah, she looks like she'd fucking a light. That's her. Yeah, she looks. So do you
Yeah.
think this is more bizarro than chicks who hump dogs? Like, what's weirder?
I think this is weirder. I don't think it's as wrong as humping a dog, but it's weirder.
How about dog humping a woman?
Same thing.
Is it?
Yeah. Did you ever watch that movie that Bobcat Goldthwait did about that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
About the guy
it's
who
called
got-
it's called Sleeping Dogs Lie, and it's about this woman in college who got bored and sucked her German Shepherd's dick, and then it's like goes 10 years later, and she's in a relationship, long-term relationship with a boyfriend, and she has to tell him like, hey, in college, you know, it's like American Pie, stuck a flute in my pussy. It's like I sucked my dog's dick, and it's about how it tears them apart. It's just
Really? I'd be
it's-
like, whoa,
it's-
you're in the weird shit.
It's funny, dude. It's a funny movie.
I'd be like, okay, if you'll do that, imagine what you'll let me do. You can't weird me out. Except for like kids, I'll fucking punch you in the face. Outside of that, I want to hear about it.
So what if you've got a good like 3 months with a girl and she tells you that she is engaged, it was once engaged to a 95-year-old lamp? What do you?
I mean, like, how good is it in the sack? I mean, am I looking for a way out?
This one, okay, next story. This one is all about the photos. And here's the headline. Law enforcement investigating second sight of dead birds and stabbed dolls. And I just want you to look. These are really a warning for you folks at home.
Warning,
There's
warning. What you're
blood
about
and
to see is
shit.
shady as shit.
This is like some satanic ritual shit, bro. Look at this. See, there's blood and
Yeah.
like circle call, and look at this
And I
333
guarantee
in
you-
blood, 333 in blood on this
Was that
clock.
the nephew of the devil?
And look, it's stuck at 6:6. The clock is put it right at 6:6.
Yeah, I did. Go find the local emo, and that's the guy that did it. He's probably a barista at Starbucks, and he's got his fingernails painted black, and he's acting like he's shady. It's always emos, right?
So you're not. This is nothing you're worried about. This is not like a. There's nobody.
Satanists don't scare me. I'll punch them in their fucking faces. They're all like dorks. Like Satanists are always dorks. You've never met a guy who's like, hey, dude, I crush ass and bang chicks. I like to surf. And, you know, on the weekends, I like to worship Satan. Nobody ever does that. It's always lonely dorks, right?
Yeah.
Dorks. What are those festivals? Those medieval festivals?
Oh, Renaissance fairs.
Like they're a little deeper than medieval festivals, like Renaissance fairs. Like Renaissance fairs are just cool. Like people want to be in society. They just want to reenact something weird, right?
Yeah.
Satanists are just dorks.
It's like cosplay. Yeah, that's what it is.
I hate it. They all listen to like The Cure. They all look like they listen to The Cure, and they're all dorks.
I like
There's
The Cure.
nothing like they're trying too hard. They're trying to act cool, and they're dorks.
The Cure is okay, man.
Right? And they look like they all are baggers at Whole Foods, right? They all look like they dress like fucking Edward Scissorhands, and they just go and they bag and they like whisper to themselves about how they worship Satan, and if you fuck with them, they're gonna put a spell on you. And they're dorks. I hate Satanists. Satanists are just a little dorkier than nihilists. I have a nihilist friend. I talked about him earlier, but Satanists they just try too hard. They're all phony ass fucks. They like their leader, like what's Anton Levine, is a fucking CIA.
Anton LaVey.
Yeah, fuck that dude and his cousin Anton Levine. Okay, fuck that guy too. Okay, they're just dorks. It's so like trying too hard to be scared. Oh, look how crazy I am. You're a dork.
Somebody in the comments when you were talking about dorks last week said that you were talking about dorks. Look at your fucking glasses. What do you have a comment to that guy?
My glasses. You know why I wear these glasses? Because they piss people off and it makes me laugh.
Okay. All right. So you're not afraid.
Satanists, dude.
This doesn't worry you. That's good. Okay. Next story. This is the most creative criminal award right here. This guy, a wanted Florida man, tried to keep officers away by putting this sign on his door. You see this? And look below it. Look, you can see where they just battered his door in.
He must have been like,
He even put the date on there. COVID-19 infected since April 8th, 2020.
I would put under that a pinch of AIDS too, just a pinch, so that they think twice about it. You know, just throw a dash of AIDS, maybe a dash of SARS, a pinch of SARS, a dash of AIDS.
The investigation
A
revealed that
sprinkle of swine flu.
the suspect created the fake sign as his idea to avoid arrest, according to the press release. So there you go.
I love dumb criminals. Some people you just got no chance in life.
This guy had no chance.
Did you ever hear about the mafia, the Mexican mob guy that went on the run and he posed as a tranny hooker in like one of these Mexican cities? So that's how he got away?
By fucking dudes?
By basically what? That's deep undercover, dude. That's some deep undercover shit. Right?
Did he escape?
No, they arrested him. That's the worst, too.
That's the worst part,
It's like,
yeah.
not only did you arrest, but you took it in the butt, too.
That's bad, dude. I actually feel bad for that guy. Okay. I want to hear what you think about this. And this is from a website called Science Alert, so I'm not quite sure how valid it is, but it says a woman in Pittsburgh has become the first documented case in a living person. I don't know, as opposed
That
to a
is
dead
so
person.
weird.
Yeah, of an unusual medical condition where alcohol naturally brews in the bladder from the fermentation of yeast. So I don't know if she had like the worst fucking
Dude,
yeast
that
infection.
that is alcoholism. Dude, that's alcohol. Every alcoholic's wet dream. They don't even have to buy booze anymore. They make it themselves. That is like home brewery, like next level.
I just can't believe this is real. I guess it
Dude,
is.
that is like
Yeah,
like
it is. You know what it's called?
the chosen one of AA.
You know what the disease is called? It's called autobrewery syndrome.
Auto brewery.
Autobrewery
Dude,
syndrome.
like the simulation is fucking broken. I mean, dude, you have somebody who percolates their own alcohol in their what part of their body?
And her bladder.
Oh
And her-
my God.
And so she urinates alcohol. So if you want to get into some piss play
Oh
with her.
my God. Imagine being German into getting peed on and being alcoholic. Dude, it's like a tap. Dude, I would never leave the house. Dude, we have friends that would love to marry this chick. Imagine if you were an alcoholic and ate pussy too. Dude, this is everybody, dude. You would never have to leave your house.
That's so amazing. It sounds like she's not doing it. Like she's unhealthy.
How
She's
old
got
is
like
she?
diabetes. She's 61.
Oh man, she's still getting that action.
She
Dude, what if she pissed malt liquor?
Yeah, there's no chance it's anything good, right? Yeah.
Colt 45.
Yeah, it's for sure. It's like hypnotic or something like that. Something really gross. Alizé.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
He's just like
Old
she's-
English.
She's pissing box wine. Dude, people would love that, dude.
Okay.
They would love that, dude. Dude, that
Here's
is
the,
a dream.
This is just a sort of an injustice, right? The nation's courts continued to disappoint citizens who've seen their homes destroyed by overzealous cops. One guy cops came into his home and destroyed his home, trying to capture an unarmed homeless man, and they won't pay him for it. They can't get him. He can't get them to pay to fix his house after they pursued a guy who was not armed, a homeless guy, into his house.
Dude, we are now in a banana republic when the judges are just bought, sold, and corrupt. There's no real choice.
Listen to this. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals told this homeowner who saw his farmhouse destroyed by an unknown number of cops who arrived at the scene in 55 vehicles to get one unarmed homeless man. 55 police vehicles showed up to this guy's house.
You know that happened near my house, right?
No, I didn't.
When I lived in my old place.
What happened?
Dude, this homeless guy cracked out, dude, because I used to live near this area where everybody did drugs, and this guy just wandered in to this lady's house. And what was the Twitter live stream app that they had?
Periscope.
Periscope.
Yeah.
So I only did like 2 periscopes. One of them was a live fucking cop raid.
And it was this homeless guy?
One homeless guy walked into this lady's house, 40 cops showed up. 40 cops.
They did $150,000 worth of damage in this guy's place. It says 5 rooms were tear gassed, 4 doors and 7 windows were destroyed, along with 90 feet of fencing that was rolled over by SWAT vehicles. And also, he had an entire wall ripped out. Apparently, a homeless man was rousted at a nearby construction site.
What's rousted?
Like, hey, guy, get out of here, And then so he went over into this guy's house after the police kicked him out of a construction site, because let's protect the construction site, but fuck this guy's house.
Dude, our court system is broken. I mean, just broken.
Can you imagine that, dude? If the police, 55 of them, just roll in your house to get a guy who's not armed. They knew he wasn't armed because they just rousted him. I like that word, rousted. Yeah, man, shit. And you can't even.
So my friend Tommy G put out something about Lady Gaga being a Satanist,
which she is,
and all these Satanists are putting spells on her. You think they're gonna put spells on me?
What, for talking shit about them?
Because I told them they're fucking dorks.
Are you worried about it? Are you worried about
spells?
No,
I'm not.
What? Not even after you had that voodoo guy on your podcast and he told you about how that shit works?
Yeah, you know what, dude? You gotta believe in it for it to work.
Interesting. Okay, so have at it on Sam Tripoli. He doesn't give a shit.
No, don't, dude. Cut that out. Don't put that out there.
You just said you didn't give a shit.
Dude, imagine if I go, dude. What are you going to do?
Headline, AP News. Man tries to smuggle girlfriend in car trunk during lockdown. That's how bad it's getting.
Say that again.
Man tries to smuggle girlfriend in car trunk during coronavirus lockdown.
To where?
I don't know.
His house?
It says a man in South Africa was arrested for trying to smuggle his girlfriend from one province to another in the trunk of his car to evade coronavirus lockdown regulations. Authorities
Dude, there's
said.
something more going on. That's a different show. Next one.
It says the woman consented to be smuggled and was also...
That's not smuggling, she's hiding.
She was arrested, too. So, I don't know. There you go. Also from AP... North Carolina farm is renting out miniature donkeys to crash your Zoom conferences. So you having a Zoom conference like a tinfoil hat, and then you pay this company. You get a call from Ed, the hilarious
donkey guy.
Yeah, and then and then
a donkey will show up in your
Zoom call, yeah.
And you'll get like a laugh for 2 seconds.
That's right. Yeah.
And how much does that cost?
Let's see. A miniature donkey named Mambo is getting some online love in North Carolina, where a farm is getting in on the idea of having animals spice up tedious virtual meetings during the coronavirus pandemic. It's called Peace and Peas Farm. They'll rent Mambo for your company calls. It does not say how much, though. Oh, no, here we go. You can get 10 minutes for $50. So about like a haircut. $50 for 10 minutes.
$50?
Yeah, with
I can get a donkey here for $50.
In your conference call, not in your house, yeah.
Just a regular, it will just show up and be like, and you're like, oh, a donkey showed up. Jim, we're talking about laying off half the staff. But it's a donkey. And it's awesome. Okay, Jim, we have to fire half the staff. But it's a donkey. He just keeps going, donkey.
This might be too heavy.
All right.
But here's the headline, Fox News. Jussie Smollett partied with his alleged attacker at a Chicago bathhouse, according to a report.
Why is that too heavy? It's too true.
It's kind of dark, but
it's too true.
Isn't that something? Here's the lead. The case of former Empire star Jussie Smollett may get more complicated after a new report indicates that the embattled star was more than friends with one of his alleged attackers.
Yeah, and we'll find out the rope around his neck was because he was jerking off. That's why, right? I mean, that story went bad fast.
So fast.
And
dude.
how bad does Michelle Obama look making a call to get him out?
Oh yeah. Yeah, got to do your investigation. You got to vet people before you call.
Do you think that Jussie Smollett once blew Michelle Obama? Do you think that happened at one point?
No comment.
Okay.
Indonesia is deploying ghosts to scare people into staying inside, and it's actually terrifying. I'm just going to show you this picture here of what Indonesia is putting on the streets. Look up on the screen there if you want to.
Who's that? What is Steve Lee doing?
That's a village on the island of Java have recruited volunteer ghosts to scare people into staying at home, but for some they've had the opposite effect, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what they're.
Dude, that is so hilarious, dude. That was a ghost. That looked like an angry tulip or a turnip, right? Okay,
Yeah, it does like an onion. Yeah, you're right.
Didn't it look like that?
I don't want to miss this guy. This is from the TimesNowNews.com. Brazil judge appears half naked in court hearing while working from home. Guy has no shirt on. He's a judge in Brazil, working from home. What do you think about that?
One more time.
I'm just going to show you the video. Brazil judge is half naked in a court hearing while working from home.
Dude, I get that, man. If I didn't have I got to get my back shaved.
Look at him there.
I'd do the same thing. Why not?
I don't think he realizes the video is up because you can see himself. Watch this.
What? Yeah,
Watch him when he realizes though. Watch. Look, he like slips off. Look.
Listen,
And
let's just be honest.
Everybody
here.
starts laughing at him.
First off, can we be honest? Like, there's only one half of Naked for Men that should ever be mentioned as half naked. Meaning, if I take my shirt off, even though I got gorilla tits, I'm not really half naked. The only half that matters for guys is the bottom half.
The guy is a judge, to be fair, though. I mean,
Well, you don't think judges walk around with their shirts off?
not while they're working. No.
I'm not shocked by it.
Okay. Does it interest you at all that the Land O'Lakes Native American woman has been removed from the Land O'Lakes butter label?
Why?
Because it's not PC, brother.
I mean, dude, we're in the zombie apocalypse and people worried about fucking.
The Butter Maiden is no more. Dairy Cooperative Land O'Lakes has removed the image of a Native American woman from its butter packaging. The co-op's logo depicted a Native American woman kneeling on a mound of grass, holding a package of butter. A lot of innuendo words in that sentence. An image that critics have said is offensive.
By the way, who is upset at the butter package? Like, what is going on in your life that you're like writing angry emails to a butter company about their logo? And guess what you just did? Like, dude, there's not a lot of gig for Native American chick actresses, okay? You just took a sweet gig away.
To be fair, I think it was a painting, like a drawing.
Yeah, but you know they got a commercial and they're like, "Hi, I'm Native. I'm she who makes butter.
She who makes butter.
She who churns butter. I love this butter the most." That chick out of work. It's hard enough to be a Native American actor or actress in Hollywood. You just took a major gig away. Congratulations, fuck face.
We've seen this in a few places. It's happening also in San Clemente. I know you shared this on your Instagram. San Clemente skate park is filled with sand to keep skaters at bay. We've seen this in a few places.
Dude, this is the most infuriating shit in the world. What does this solve?
I will point out, they promise it will be reversed after the coronavirus. But,
Yeah,
there were too many kids, according to them, going
How
skating.
about put a fence around? I mean, dude, you literally spent taxpayers' money on the most useless activity ever, bulldozing sand into a skater pit.
No, totally. Okay. Man expecting to get $1,700 in stimulus checks finds $8 million in his account from the IRS.
And do you call them and tell them? Or do you try to transfer that money somewhere quick where they can't get it?
Yeah, he didn't do it right. I'll tell you, an Indiana man expecting $1,700 stimulus check received a windfall from the feds of over $8 million, albeit briefly, to his bank account. Apparently, here's what he says. I went to the ATM at the Family Express, and I withdrew $200 from my account. I looked at the available balance, and he's got a picture of it here, $8.2 million. Shocked by the unexpected payday, this is where he made his mistake. He called his bank.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I'd be quiet, and I would just slowly but surely start withdrawing money,
Wire transfers.
and then I would fake my own death and get the fuck out, and then send my family money.
And then to start doing that voice that you were doing in the Ralphs.
Yeah. Hey, where's the paper towels? And dude, I would come back as somebody else and then remarry my wife and hang out my kids and raise this other guy's kids who's really my kids.
So you get credit for being the swell guy who raised some other guy's kids.
Yeah,
also.
when they're really my kids.
Would you get plastic surgery to change your look around?
Dude, I would totally.
Okay.
And I would tan so much I'd look black.
Can you tan like that?
Oh, I had a buddy of mine who used to go to Florida, come back literally black. He was so black one time, he kept getting pulled over by the cops and beaten.
Okay. A 23-year-old Fort Belvoir man was arrested Wednesday after police say he secretly filmed 19 men without their consent in the bathrooms of 2 Home Depots.
Hey, man, people are in the weird shit, right? Like, someone gets off on that. I mean, this is coming from a guy who likes to be called the M-word in bed, so take that with a grain of salt. But everyone's got something, and you can't pick your thing.
Estonian police received an unusual tip from the FBI last year that a self-styled commander of an online neo-Nazi group linked to deadly plots in Nevada and on a U.S. military base had been communicating from a small village in that country. Here's the problem, though. It was the commander that the FBI was telling the Estonians about, 13 years old. yeah. So the FBI is calling Estonian authorities like, listen, we have...
And they probably encourage him to. Go on. Go with your cool.
Yeah, probably. We got a big tip for you. Yeah, there's a commander of a neo-Nazi group that's been making some real big plots and some threats on American agencies here, and we just want you to take them down. Yeah, okay. Get any information? Yeah,
We need to hit him now. Where is he? He's in PE class.
Oh God, can you imagine? I mean, the shit they waste their time on, the FBI.
It's
man.
unbelievable, and they probably encourage this kid to say it so they could bust him, and they could be like, "Look, we're going after neo-Nazi juniors."
Well, and this should be a tip. They found him on the popular gaming network Steam. And you know what his name was? What's the most obvious if you want to be like a neo-Nazi? What's the most obvious handle?
Adolf Hitler's my dad.
Close. Heil Hitler 8814. So there you go. That was his handle on Steam. I'm sure they really felt good about taking him down. He was a leader of the Baltic-based neo-Nazi
Dude, he's
group.
not even old enough to grow a Hitler mustache. That's a sign that you're way out.
He was the leader of the Feuerkrieg division.
The Feuer.
That translates to Fire War Division.
So fucking funny, dude.
But he has used an online alias Commander. That's why they said he was the commander, because that was his online alias.
Unbelievable.
Okay, now we're gonna end on this wonderful video that you shared with me. That's maybe the best thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
This is the best.
It's called.
And by the way, do you know how much money this guy's made? They say they listed all the televangelists.
Mm-hmm.
He's made the most. And he's made
Ken Copeland, we're talking about.
almost $1 billion. Now, when you watch this, I'm going to tell you, dude, the guy's got fucking stage presence. I mean, he'll draw you in.
You would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know about stage presence. Here we go. All right.
Here we go.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord.
I love the hype man, by the way.
COVID-19,
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 COVID-19.
I blow the wind of God. From the state of Washington to the state of Maine to Brownsville, Texas, and the tip of Florida. Today, we speak to this atmosphere. Today, burn this thing. This virus hates heat. You just burn this thing. Burn! I call for a supernatural heat wave straight out of hell. Burn!
Is he allowed to do that, by the way?
COVID-19.
Call for fire from hell.
I love Yeah, so stop it. So we have a moment in which, like, this is almost when, like, when you call on, you like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, dude, I hate Satan, but you know what I hate even more? COVID-19. So I'm going to work with my boy Satan, and he's going to bring in the fires of hell to take out COVID-19. My question is, honestly, how many of those guys on the stage with him do you think wives he's banged?
All of them, obviously.
Dude, that's
Every
got to
one.
be and the ones that wouldn't do it, they had to take it from him, right? That was the rule.
Yeah, it's like that guy who's the last guy to sit down when Stalin's speaking. You know, if you don't let him fuck your chick, you're dead. Yeah, it's over.
right.
You're out. Yeah.
You have to, dude. At some point, a cult member bangs your wife. That's just the rule.
COVID-19.
I blow the wind of God.
Dude, that smile
He's so creepy, bro.
is.
You don't do it. You get out of here now. Burn. You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. You get out of here. Burn this.
Stop. Now, listen.
so good, man.
White people are crazy, but when a black person does some white shit, like white people
Are we talking about this guy? Hold
get
on.
so excited.
Hold on.
Like,
There we go.
that's what people don't understand.
This
Like,
guy
that guy is there. Where the white women at, right? Is that fair?
yeah, there he is.
Now, dude, like, people got to understand something, man. Like, yes, there is racism out there, obviously. But people, like, I want black people to know this. White people get so excited when they have a black friend. They get so excited to have a black friend. They will do almost anything to have a black friend. That's why they get so excited.
Ready?
Like, dude, when this guy showed up, how
Oh,
excited do
yeah.
you think the church got?
They put him in the front row.
They're
for
like,
sure,
dude,
yeah.
you get in the front. You get the first wafer,
It's
bro.
like black people to Trump rally. They all get pushed right to the
And
front.
it's like,
yeah.
we love you, dude.
Yeah.
It's like when this kid told me on my Patreon that he went to a Public Enemy concert and he was one of the only white guys there. That Chuck D actually introduced himself to him. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm Chuck D. Thanks for coming." You know, and this is like the opposite of that.
That's so funny. You ready?
Yeah.
Play it back.
Burn this thing. COVID-19.
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 By the way, real quick, these are the same suits that the Chicago Bulls all wore in the 90s, by the way,
Yeah.
which is like the super long apron.
Baggy.
Like
baggy.
it's like longer than normal apron. It's like kind of like if you took hammer pants and a suit and put them together. Like, this is business casual.
Jordan's style, man, is not.
If you're on the board of the Source magazine, right? That's kind of how that is.
Jordan's style is not like he's got great shoes, but the rest of his style is not good.
But dude, it gets, listen, when you get that rich and you get that powerful, you dress stupid just to show everybody you can do whatever you want.
it's like the Hitler mustache.
It's like, have you noticed every old white guy that's rich has the worst haircut and is just banging super tens?
Yeah, either they don't have hair or they have the worst.
They
haircut.
just
Yeah.
purposely, like, to mock you. Like, look at you try to clean your hair up and work out. I'm sloppy garbage and I'm banging superstars because my bank account's large. This guy, look at that suit. Look at these suits. Look at these guys. Is there any chance?
Which
these,
guy up there do you think gets the most ass? Like,
No,
in the
which
real
one
world?
do you think will get busted in a truck stop
Oh.
at a glory hole?
This
And
guy on the right
it's
here.
gotta be that guy,
yeah,
right?
That's exactly.
That
That's
dude
exactly what I was
at
gonna
the
say.
end. Allegedly. Okay, do we gotta say allegedly at this point?
Allegedly. yeah.
Allegedly.
Fine.
If I had to put money on it, I don't know if he is. He's probably a good Christian man. But if I had to put money on which one, it's to do at the end.
Ooh, and he's got big feet too.
Oh, he's got big feet and he's got thirsty eyes.
Look at
That's
he's
a
like
bad
you see how he's
combo,
holding
bro.
his hands together. He's just trying to. That's how he keeps from masturbating at all times. He just has to hold his hands together like this.
Don't touch yourself. You're on camera in an empty room.
Here we go.
Blow.
That's why, because the preacher was saying blow and it's driving crazy.
You are destroyed forever,
The
and
bridge.
you'll
my
never
favorite.
be back.
But here's the thing, dude. It's still here. So he didn't work.
We
So,
should
like,
give
do we
credit.
call him out?
We should give credit to whoever this is. What the fuck, brah? Nice job, dude.
Dude, there's some editors on YouTube that are killing it right now. Johnny This has been a great episode. We
Lot of fun.
We went hard in the paint.
We went hard in the taint.
Oh snap! Oh, dude, that's that's got to be a T-shirt, right?
Yeah, sure. Hard in the taint.
Yo, you ready to go hard in the tape? Dude, you know what's so funny? I've been talking about this forever. Dude, I was talking about how I haven't gotten COVID because I eat ass, and now that's a giant meme out there. I've been
I
eating
saw
ass
it, yeah,
since
yeah.
85, dude. You know I'm the Rosa Parks of this shit, right?
Well, dude, I remember hearing when I was younger that kids who grow up around horse shit, which I did, apparently that gives you super immunity. So, yeah, there's some legitimacy to that. Yeah.
You
shit.
eat butt, dude. You're getting all the bacteria.
Yeah. I showed it to my girlfriend.
We
That,
should have ended on
meme.
that.
Okay.
When you eat butt.
That's it. All right. We're done.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. This has been Broken Simulation.
Simulation.
Simulation. Yeah. All right.
Good job.
Thank you.